Hello friends, I welcome you all for one more session on GD&T. Today is a special day. I thank you all for overwhelming response over the period of time. As a family of YouTube, we have grown more than 4,500. I thank you all for your encouragement and support. It has been lot of enriching experience over the time of period. I just started it as an hobby and then it become a passion. That all credit goes to you all over there, viewing my videos and then asking questions, and we had lot of interactive sessions and many called up and then we discussed the many problems they face during their work. So I thank you all for making this happen. That today is a very special day for us. So I'm going to give you tips on how you can move forward with geometric dimensioning and tolerancing skill. So just to introduce about myself, for whoever is a new viewer visiting for the first time, I'm Mahesh Kulkarni. I have more than close to 20 years of industrial experience in different domains like tool and die making, semiconductor domain, and aerospace domain. So I bring lot of my knowledge into these videos so that the viewers get benefited, especially the one who starts their career and then want to take it to the next level. So today's objective, we will be speaking about upskilling. Upskilling is a very essential term. That means whatever you are doing, how you can enhance your skill in those areas. So this we are going to focus on what are the ways that once you learn GD&T, what is a way, what is a ladder of upskilling. That's what we are going to discuss. So YouTube family is at 4,500 plus. I have made a tons of videos on different topics like GD&T, tooling, industrial engineering, quality, ASME. So you can see there we have crossed 4,500 plus. So I thank all the viewers and subscribers for amazing response. Your response keep me going on this journey, and then I spend lot of time in finding out what will help the my viewers, what will help my subscribers to progress in their career. That's the whole objective of this channel. So you have been guiding and inspiration for all this. I just wholeheartedly want to thank everybody who has appreciated in different platforms like Facebook, LinkedIn, Instagram. Everywhere people have appreciated the effort that I have put in. So it has become a kind of motivational thing for me, and then I started making more and more videos. It has been a long journey to arrive at 4,500 subscribers. I definitely want to thank everybody across the globe who has contributed and inspired me to achieve this. Thank you all. Thank you. I will keep doing videos. Keep supporting me. If you haven't subscribed my channel, I invite you to subscribe and share with your friends so that everybody gets benefited by the content of this channel. Thank you again. The topic, the gift of today for we are celebrating 4,500 subscribers. So I am gifting you this the way forward path as upskilling. So here are my basic thing. Since I have spent so much time in industry and worked on these areas over the period of time, and I am GD&T certified from ASME. So I have spent more than close to 20 years on this particular domain. So what I see from industry perspective and academic perspective is there are for GD&T itself there are three levels of learning. One is a basic, where you will understand basic GD&T, and you get introduced to the world of geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. The next comes the intermediate. You will once you know the basic knowledge, you will get to know little more in advance how it is interpretation, basically how it is used on the drawing, how the functional relationship and all we bring in. Then next comes the advanced level. Where you will start giving the multi-level control of the tolerances, like composite control, then your virtual condition, resultant condition calculations, bonus tolerance, datum shift. There are a lot of new concepts and the concepts that makes your design more robust and more meaningful. How do you communicate from art to part? That's what taken care in the advanced. How do you build the relationship between the features or feature of size? All that will be taken care. So those are the three levels of learning in GD&T. Once you achieve the advanced level, the next comes the tolerance stack-up analysis. Tolerance stack-up analysis allows you to do a validation of your tolerances, and then it allows you to optimize and bring down the cost, and then reduce the crowded tolerances, and makes it more meaningful and more functional oriented tolerances. There are different ways of doing tolerance stack-up analysis, like worst case analysis, and then there is statistical tolerance stack-up analysis. So there are many ways. So it is a huge area that for any mechanical engineer, these are the core skills that you don't learn in academic sessions, but definitely these are required when you get into industry as a mechanical designer. So next is the area to upskill is engineering drawing. We don't learn much about the engineering drawing during our engineering or diploma or tool and die making. So important thing is in industry is engineering drawing. Engineering drawing, there are many things, like you have the machining drawings, you have the casting drawings, you have a forging drawings, you have a plastic drawings, you have a plumbing drawings, you have a harness drawings. So there are so many types of drawings, and how these drawings are handled, how the notes are handled, how the finishes are communicated, how bill of material is handled, how the interlink configuration control is managed between the different configuration of the same product. All that you should learn in the engineering drawing. It's not about just creating a CAD model and then drafting. That has more than that. So that's the end product of your design that goes into manufacturing downstream, either in the manufacturing or inspection. The engineering drawing is the one which is used there. So next one is the softwares. I think everybody knows it, and then maybe your part of curriculum you might have learned some softwares, like VTU was using the Solid Edge, but like that you might have learned NX, or you might have learned Creo, you might have learned CATIA. There are other softwares like for the statistical tolerance analysis, the VSA. There are a lot of team center engineering, PLM softwares. All these are important skills that you don't get to learn in college, or there is no institutes which will cater these kind of learnings. This all comes purely based on the industrial experience. So what is industrial required skill? That's the one you need to focus on. So I would suggest for all mechanical engineers, either you are starting your career or you are in the mid of your career, if you are into design field and working on drawings and drawing related activities, I would suggest to focus on these areas, like upskilling yourself into GD&T. There are three levels. One is a basic, intermediate and advanced. Once you finish all those, then you can step on to this tolerance stack-up analysis, which is another niche skill set which is not taught anywhere outside. It comes by experience, but there are methods and tools available, but only thing is you have to get on to that and get in touch with the right people, and then start learning on those, harness your skills, and that way you can upskill yourself and be unique in the field of mechanical engineering. So next one, I was talking about the engineering drawing, which is very essential. Only you will learn it on the job, but there is industrial expertise in this field, so you can get in touch with them and then learn, upskill yourself on the engineering drawings. Other than this, for mechanical engineers, there are analysis softwares. Those are anyway available as a package in the market. Hope my objective was to convey and throw some lights on what next in GD&T, what next we have to do if I know the basic. So other way of upskilling is your GD&T certification from the ASME. I have different video for the GD&T certification from ASME, but quickly here I will, since we are talking about upskilling, quickly I will talk about the certifications. There are two type of certifications from ASME, geometric dimensioning, tolerancing and professional technologist, and the geometric dimensioning and tolerancing senior level. So I have done this certification and then I did the recertification recently. So I know in and out of what goes into this certification, what is the depth of knowledge required. That is another certification that would authorize your knowledge, recognize your knowledge globally by US. So that way you become more authentic and authoritative on the topic of geometric dimensioning and tolerancing. It is basically focused on Y 14.5, any version, either it may be 1994, 2009, or current one is 2018. So that is the another area you can explore for upskilling. So if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to contact me. I'm ready to help you all. Hope my gift on this celebration day is useful for you all. Stay safe, take care, see you with the next video. Thank you, bye bye.